Okay, this is, I don't know how many times I have tried to do a live, and honestly, it is getting quite irritating. I thought I abandoned the freaking issues with going live when I was doing TikTok. Oh, when I was doing Twitch. And everything was having issues with going live on Twitch and same issues with going live on YouTube. First I tried to do mobile gaming. Then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do questionnaires. That's great. Oh my god. No. No, instead it had to be irritating. It had to be So instead, the universe has decided that it just wants me to read the next 2 chapters. So I guess that's what we're doing. We're going to be reading the next 2 chapters of the Murder Most Awkward book. Because, yay! Because that's what it freaking wants. That's what the universe wants. Not, oh, let's just play some stupid little video game. Oh, no. No. We have an AI book to freaking read. It wants me to hate the universe with a growing passion. Cranberry juice. But yeah, no. Oh, God. So, I guess that's what we're gonna do. For anyone that's new, I am not a full-on AI person. I believe that AI is getting... Before, when AI was first started going and all that, it was kind of cute. It was kind of like a Mad Lib kind of thing. Of, oh, this is so stupid. Look at how they added way too many teeth to that person. Or, ooh, this is kind of creepy. Da-da-da-da. AI used to be something so stupid that people would just mess around with it just for jokes and for giggles and jokes. But now, AI has advanced so much that it's stealing creative people's jobs. And I hate that. So, I am on a mission where I see AI stuff. I will test it out, see where it stands, how good it is, how bad it is, and everything and all that whatnot. So that way you guys don't have to, and I will. And I will lose my marbles testing it out for you guys. And so TikTok had shown on my For You page a lot of ads and stuff for this company that, like, you answer questions and AI writes you a book. Oh god, guys, you guys can spend your money if you want to. That's on you. I spent my money so you didn't have to, and I am regretting the money that I spent. Because I thought, oh, this would be kind of really cute and everything. It would be great. This book has gaslit me so freaking much that like, it likes to repeat itself. It likes to come up with words that it likes putting in words that I cannot pronounce correctly. It's just so freaking annoying. Honestly, I think though that today we'll probably just read chapter 5 because it is a late day. My workplace decided to move my shift around on me.
What now?
What now? So, and we have odd number of pages.
What now?
Odd number of chapters anyways. Who is messaging me?
What now?
Huh. But yeah, no, so I figured today we'll just do chapter 5. And then we'll do 6 and 7 another time. If I'm doing my math right, because if it's ever 2 chapters. There's 25 chapters, there's ever 2 chapters, but there would always be one video where there's only 1 chapter in it, so...
What now?
Sweet Jesus. Phone. Hush. Okay. So... I'm gonna read 1 chapter for this video. And then we'll go back to doing the whole 2 chapters a video. But we're only going to do 1 chapter today because it is a very late day, and honestly, I'm getting... I have already gotten really annoyed with TikTok in live because I was trying to do a mobile game live, and it was just not doing anything. So, we're going to do 1 chapter, and we all know how I read. If you're new to this and new to how I read, so how I read aloud is I'll read like if I'm reading inside my head. So you'll get a lot of commentary. Am I sorry? No, not really. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. Because the weirdest things go through my head, and I just think I think it's funny. With how sidetracked I can get. Some of you might not. Who knows? But, yeah. Also, if I get stuck on a word that I can't say because I do have a speech impediment where I have issues pronouncing words, or I get stuck on certain syllables and stuff, I will go to Mr. A. Mr. A is Alexa, where I'll spell the word and go, can you pronounce this word for me? And if it's a word I don't know, then I'll have Mr. A define said word. You'll hear probably that a lot. So, let's go. So we're doing chapter 5. It's called Gathering Clues from the Afterlife. Now, in the last 2 chapters, we were severely gaslit, and I hate the fact that we were gaslit because, it makes me so mad. But we're also apparently throwing a soiree, a ghost bake sale. The character Sparrow is and is not a killer of one ghost. Because that one ghost either did die by Sparrow's hands or did die by an accident of a souffle. We have no idea because AI is a little... So let's see how much more we're going to get gaslighted today. So, chapter 5, Gathering Clues from the Afterlife. Sparrow stood outside the imposing Gothic structure of the haunted mansion, which loomed unnaturally against the starlit sky. The overgrown ivy clung desperately to its weathered stone facade, giving it an air of eerie charm. Despite their usual affinity for the shadows, Sparrow felt a flutter of excitement in their chest. Was this the thrill of gathering clues from beyond the grave, or simply the mixed emotions of having friends, ghost friends, no less? Oh yeah, that's another thing. We did need a human friend, someone who's alive. We're also dead, but I guess not dead. I don't know yet. Not a zombie. I could definitely tell you that much. The Sparrow is not a zombie. Glancing nervously down at their oversized black robe, clumsily snatched from the thrift store without a second thought, Sparrow shuffled their feet and muttered, "This is ridiculous. I should have gotten a cape. Capes are much more authoritative and less bathrobe." "I think it suits you," Claire chimed in, her ethereal form shimmering softly in the moonlight. She had appeared by Sparrow's side, her ability to materialize at whim being one of the perks of being a ghost. We're ghosts too, but okay. It's all about the presentation after all. Plus, you can imagine trying to channel otherworldly spirits in something too normal. How many pages is in this chapter? Okay. Sparrow chuckled nervously, glancing at the large wooden doors. "Normal is often underrated, Clara. What if I trip and fall right into the circle? That would definitely not be cool." "Relax. Rosa will be here soon." "Who the fuck is Rosa?" "And then we can get started. Just focus on connecting with the spirits. It's all about the vibe." Clara encouraged, swirling around Sparrow playfully, almost as if she could offer more than just words of comfort. "Right. The vibe," Sparrow exclaimed, adjusting the flickering candles on the rickety old table they they had found inside. Setting the mood is important. The table was barely holding itself together, adorned with an assortment of mismatched candle holders, which Sparrow had adorned with about as much finesse as a squawking goose displaying its feathers. The wax dripped like the last remnants of sanity, thick and clumpy, while the flames danced like awkward teenagers at a prom. Okay. Are they supposed to be so flashy? Sparrow asked, watching as one poor candle slumped to the side, giving up on the art of burning elegantly. Clara sighed playfully. Remember, the point is for them to see you. If you make it too dark, we might just lose our chance at connecting fully, or worse, get ambushed by ghost pranksters. Great. That's great. Ghost pranksters, huh? Sparrow replied, furrowing their brows. I didn't sign up for a haunting comedy tour. Probably be better than this, but okay. As if on cue, a disembodied voice floated into the atmosphere. You have to admit, it would be hilarious if someone tripped or made a fool of themselves during the seance. It was Rosa, another ghost friend who had full command of her spectral existence, and apparently a knack for perfect comedic timing. She drifted into view, her translucent figure sleek and graceful, and judging by how you've arranged those candles, it's going to happen any moment now. Sparrow felt the heat of embarrassment rise in their cheeks. What if I do trip? It'll be like Sparrow the Spectacle. Everything is awkward, even in the afterlife. No, not this. No. Let's not do that. No. Ugh, sweet Jesus. Oh, don't sell yourself short. If you do go down, at least make it memorable, Clara suggested. A mischievous glimmer in her ghostly eyes, and that's how I've cleaved my way into the netherworld. What? Hi, Solar. Boo. I went ahead and already started reading You're Not Missing Much. We're apparently in a black bathrobe. So we have, honestly, you know what, screw it, I've only read one page. So what we're doing is that I'm only reading chapter 5 today. And, I'll start back over because I literally, I think, only read one page. So I'll start back over from the beginning. So we're only doing chapter 5. It's called Gathering Clues from the Afterlife. I just got a notification. Okay, so this AI is going to gaslight me, I'm pretty sure again, but so this is not going to be fun. So, Gathering Clues from the Afterlife, Chapter 5. Sparrow stood outside the imposing Gothic structure of the haunted mansion, which loomed unnaturally against the starlit sky. The overgrown ivy clung desperately to its weathered stone facade, giving it an air of eerie charm. Despite their usual affinity for the shadows, Sparrow felt a flutter of excitement in their chest. Was this the thrill of gathering clues from beyond the grave, or simply the mixed emotions of having friends? Ghost friends, no less. Glancing nervously down at their oversized black robe, clumsily snatched from the thrift store, without a second thought, Sparrow shuffled their feet and muttered, "This is ridiculous. I should have gotten a cape. Capes are much more authoritative and less bathrobe." "I think it suits you," Clara chimed in. This is Clara, who we don't know if we did or did not kill. Sparrow did or did not kill. But I'm still mad at the fact that this book is gaslighting me on the fact that Sparrow is, in fact, the one that killed Clara. And not a freaking souffle. Clara chimed in, her ethereal form shimmering softly in the moonlight. She had appeared by Sparrow's side, her ability to materialize at whim being one of the perks of being a ghost. Which, we are a ghost. Sparrow is a ghost, Sparrow is dead, but the book would like to make us feel like we're being gaslit about that as well. It's all about the presentation after all. Plus, can you imagine trying to channel otherworldly spirits in something too normal? Sparrow chuckled nervously, glancing at the large wooden doors. Normal is often underrated. Clara, what if I trip and fall right into the circle? That would be definitely not cool. Relax. Rosa will be here soon, and then we can get started. Just focus on connecting with the spirits. It's all about the vibe, Clara encouraged, swirling around Sparrow playfully, almost as if she could offer more than just words of comfort. Right, the vibe, Sparrow exclaimed, adjusting the flickering candles on the rickety old table they had found inside. Setting the mood is important. The table is barely holding itself together, adorned with an assortment of mismatched candle holders, which Sparrow had adorned with about as much finesse as a squawking goose, displaying its feathers. The wax dripped like the last remnants of sanity, thick and clumpy, while the flames danced like awkward teenagers at a prom. Are they supposed to be so flashy? Sparrow asked, watching as one poor candle slumped to the side, giving up on the art of burning elegantly. Claire sighed playfully. Remember, the point is for them to see you. If you make it too dark, we might just lose our chance at connecting fully. Or worse, get ambushed by ghost pranksters. See, the first time I read that, I think the biggest eye roll. Because now all I could think is like a corny version of like Mythbusters. And I don't think I can handle if AI tries to write something like that. I don't think I'll be able to. Ghost pranksters, huh? Sparrow replied, furrowing their brows. I didn't sign up for a haunting comedy tour. I didn't either, and I'm pretty sure none of them did either as well. This here's already a scary house. As if on cue, a disembodied voice floated into the atmosphere. You have to admit, it would be hilarious if someone tripped or made a fool of themselves during the seance. It was Rosa, another ghost friend who had full command of her spectral existence, and apparently a knack for perfect comedic timing. She drifted into view, her translucent figure sleek and graceful. And judging by how you've arranged those candles, it's going to happen any moment now. Sparrow felt the heat of embarrassment rise in their cheeks. What if I do trip? It'll be like Sparrow, the spectacle. Everything is awkward, even the afterlife. I swear, if the book does that, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, don't sell yourself short. If you do go down, at least make it memorable, Clara suggested, a mischievous glimmer in her ghostly eyes. Like, and that's how I cleaved my way into the netherworld. Sparrow groaned, fidgeting. I'm groaning too. Not from awkwardness, but more of a, I can't believe AI made me... No. You two are no help whatsoever. I'm trying to create a feeling of connectivity here. Where's the gravitas? The seriousness of the moment? Just be yourself, buddy. You're the one with the best experience in the morbid. Rosa grinned, her tangible enthusiasm wafting through the air. Before they could argue further, the front door creaked open, revealing their guest, Frank, a rather talkative ghost who was reluctant to leave behind his compulsion for puns. No. These better be good puns. I swear to God, they better be good puns. If they're not good puns, I'm going to be so freaking mad because I take puns very seriously. Oh, God. I hope I'm not late. I didn't want to miss all the funeral activities. His eyes sparkled with mirth. I don't know about you, but Sparrow stifled a laugh, hand clasped over their mouth. You're a real ghoul for puns, aren't you? See, that's a good pun. Dad was saying they're a real Gouda at it. Only for special occasions, and look at this disarray. It's positively hauntingly charming. Who knows, maybe we'll stir up some spirits to have a laugh with us. Only if they have only if you still have your humorous bones, they can still make a tickle the bone, I guess. Yeah. Frank floated around the room, inspecting the candles. I'm off to get the sphere. If we raise it right, we might manage to get a few spirits to join the party. Wait, we can't just let you dig through my mystical trinkets willy-nilly, Sparrow began, but Frank had already glided away. I'll be back. Just wait for the right vibe. What is up with this vibe? He called from the inky shadows of the mansion. Sparrow sighed. That was not on purpose. Hello! Are you coming to the cottage? Will there be pancakes at the cottage? What is waiting at this cottage? And what cottage are we speaking of? Hello, by the way. If you're new to this, I'm currently reading an AI-generated book that makes me want to just tear my hair out because AI can't write worth anything. It's so bad. It's so horribly written. I don't like it. You can ask Solar in the comments. It's not great. They've seen all 3 parts of chapters 1 through 4. It's not great. It's horrible. I hate it. Especially since apparently the book has vibes. I don't like it. Oh, sweet Jesus. Where were we? Where were we? Okay. So far, yes. Listening to it. So, yeah. I am still on the fence about if that should be one I should read on TikTok Live. But it's still in the running. I haven't heard anyone else suggest any other books, but we'll do a live where we pick out the next book. There will be 3 options, but because the Playground is such a small book, it will be both Playground and Playground Child of Divorce back to back. So we'll hold a poll after we're done reading this monstrosity. Okay, so I don't remember where we were. Oh yeah, he called from inky shadows of the mansion. Sparrow sighed, which was when I did it, it was not me trying to act out as Sparrow. It was just and rubbed their temples. Again, that was not planned when I did it. Great, just great. I hope he doesn't knock over any candles. I'm not. Hi, friend. That scared the crap out of me. Right. So, great, just great. I hope he doesn't knock over any candles. I'm not sure how flammable ghosts are. I don't know. Let's ask Clara. Can that she either died by your hands or she died from burning from a souffle. So we should ask Clara. Probably not very, but just to be safe, let's keep the fire extinguisher handy, Clara teased, and the trio shared a bout of laughter, breaking the tension that had been hanging in the air. What tension? The only tension I'm feeling is the tension that's in my soul from reading this. From the many marbles that are just disappearing out of my brain, and all the electrons that are being shot and fired and burnt out of existence from reading this. I don't think I have much shot and fired and burnt out of existence from reading this. I don't think I have much more sanity left after reading this. But who knows? I might gain some. As they settled for the seance, Sparrow began to feel a mix of anticipation and sheer confusion. Not as much confusion as me. What if the ghost didn't want to connect? I don't think I would want to either, especially if I don't know. What if all they wanted was to relive their tragic endings? I think they had the right to do that. To be honest, you're the one bothering them. I think if they want to go, hey, I think you killed me, I think you should sit there and listen to it. The thought settled uncomfortably in their mind. Not as uncomfortably as mine. Look, Clara said gently. Oh, sorry. Gently. Look, Clara said gently, reading Sparrow's expression. The goal isn't to relive the misery. Think of it as a celebration of existence instead. Yourself included. Just be open. Trust me, they understand. With Clara's encouraging words echoing in their ears, Sparrow nodded more determined than ever. All right, I'm going to find a way to connect without tripping over my own feet. Wish me luck. Sure. Or rather, may the spirit... No. No. Out of all the things to say... Out of all the things that it could have put down, it has to go with the one thing that's so close to may the force be with you or may the odds be with you. They changed one word and it's may the spirits be with you. Okay. I kid you not, it does say, or rather may the spirits be with you. Rosa exclaimed with laughter, prompting Sparrow to inwardly roll their eyes at yet another pun, but they couldn't suppress the smile that spread across their lips. As the candles flickered uncertainly, casting ghostly shadows against the wood-paneled walls, Sparrow took a deep breath and smoothed their robe once more. The moonlight streamed through the windows, illuminating their strange little gathering. Tonight was about unearthing wisdom from unexpected places, even if it required a little sticky messiness along the way. What sticky messiness are we talking about? Like, is there expected ectoplasma? What kind of stickiness? I'm not ready for stickiness. Now I feel like, no, I don't like this. Ghost friends gathered, and any worries about flat candles or awkwardness melted away momentarily. After all, what were poor choices in attire and decorations when the afterlife had so much to offer in bizarre connections? Suddenly, the prospect of mingling with spirits didn't feel nearly as daunting. Okay. With a deep breath and flaring nostrils, Sparrow pushed back the gloom that draped over their these things, guys. Clearly, my tongue will not let me say it without making it sound like army men. So, these things, like an ill-fitting cloak, flickering candles cast an uneven light across the small table, creating the perfect backdrop for the adventures that lay ahead, or so the ghost assured them. Okay. Welcome everyone to our first seance, Sparrow announced, their voice cracking slightly. I'm your host, Sparrow. Please, no applause. You weren't getting any. Just remain seated. I think they were all seated, but okay. They gestured awkwardly, eyes darting between the gathered ghosts, feeling a particular mixture of excitement and dread. Let's keep it casual, right? Clara said, winking at Sparrow. Just remember to breathe and don't overthink it. Panicking tends to cause accidental possession. So does this mean that anyone that's ever had a panic attack is probably possessed right now? Because if so, should I feel bad for the person being possessed or for the thing that's possessing the person that is being possessed? Who has it worse? The one that has dealt with all the panic for years, or the unfortunate possessed? Who has it worse? The one that has dealt with all the panic for years, or the unfortunate thing possessing that person who has never dealt with a panic attack in their life? I don't know if I was ever possessed, I think I would have scared the crap out of the thing that was possessing me. They would look at one thought in my brain and went, help, help. Cause, and no jokes, alright? Rosa chimed in, her eyes glowing with mock seriousness. Unless it's about someone's unfortunate... Why are we gonna joke about that? Okay, clearly AI thinks this is America's Funniest Home Videos, which, okay, yeah, funny, but... Clearly we're not going to mock people, but we're going to mock about their unfortunate demise, so keep that in mind. And I want, you guys are my witness that this is what the book says, because if the book goes, that's not fair, don't do that, and it starts to gaslight me, we're on the same page, okay? We're on the same page. I'm not getting gaslit again. That always gets the audience's attention. Haha, well, you got mine, you little gaslighting book. Right, no jokes, Sparrow assured them, swallowing hard. Tonight we summon spirits from the other side to perhaps gain some insights into our lives. Sure. Or, afterlives. There we go. Yes, what Clara said. Or just to have a frighteningly good time, Frank echoed as he re-entered the room, brandishing a globe-like crystal ball covered in ethereal dust. I don't think it's ethereal dust. I think it's another form of dust. Okay. Okay then, Sparrow said, feeling the corners of their mouth twitch. Who wants to go first? The room suddenly fell silent, the ghosts exchanging glances. All right. I'll start, Clara exclaimed, lifting her hand enthusiastically. I'm Clara, the friendliest ghost you'll ever meet. I was an inspiring chef before I, experienced the art of death. Girl, you better pick your story right now, because the last 2 chapters I got so fed up with you changing how you died. Cooking was not to die for, huh? No, we said no mocking, Rosa quipped, chuckling at her own joke while Claire playfully shot her a fox glare. I'll have you know my souffles were the talk of the town. Sadly, one particularly ambitious coupling of salmon and custard led to my untimely demise. Who put salmon in souffles? That's gross. Ugh. Claire continued, if only I had realized that fish and dessert shouldn't mix. I could have told you that real quick. I might have tasted success instead of ashes. Okay, so we're going with this chapter. We're going with this. Clara died from souffle. A disgusting form of a souffle, but died from a souffle. Because this is, I believe, the 3rd time she's mentioned that she's died from a souffle, and only twice that she's mentioned that she was killed by Sparrow. So we're going with this one. And I swear to God, if the chapter changes it where she says, yeah, I died by the hands of Sparrow, I'm gonna fucking flip. I swear to God. The room erupted in laughter, lightening the atmosphere considerably. Ah, culinary ghosts. I guess we're in good company, Sparrow said. You've known this. Grinning, so tell me, do you haunt diners now, or maybe just the pastry department of grocery stores? Clara chuckled, grabbing playfully at the invisible remnants of her former life. Only the best restaurants. I had a reputation to uphold, and I couldn't let death ruin my brand, Clara winked. Who's next? I'm gonna die from this freaking book. I guess I can follow that. Frank floated forward, straightening. You guys were seated. Straightening out an imaginary tie. I'm Frank. I was let's call it a creative accountant. Now I want to know what kind of accountant, because what do you mean by creative accountant? I had a thing for numbers, but let me tell you, they don't add up in the afterlife. Sparrow chuckled nervously. Creative accountant, like you misled the IRS? More like I did their performance reviews with interpretive What? Huh? Reviews with the interpretive dance. You should have seen the faces of my coworkers. Priceless. Anyway, one night after a particularly moving ballet involving budgeting, I was hit by a caffeine truck. I want to get hit by a caffeine truck because maybe then I can wake the heck up. But who knows? I don't, because there's no caffeine truck heading my way. Instead, I have an AI book in my hand. I was hit by a caffeine truck. Bizarre, right? Frank chuckled. I had always said I wanted to go out with a bang, but a truck full of coffee, not quite what I envisioned. Laughter followed his whimsical tale, sending ripples of lightheartedness through the group. I couldn't have been me being hit by the caffeine truck. Nope, instead, nope. Sounds like you had a... Okay, I like this one. Sounds like you had a latte fun. I like that pun. That pun, okay, I can handle that pun. I like that pun. Hello, welcome aboard. We are currently on chapter 5 of reading Murder Most Awkward. It is an AI-generated book. I bought it so you guys didn't have to, but if you want to buy it yourself, good freaking luck. Because basically it's a book that you answer questions and AI writes a story based off the answers that you have based off the answers that you give to the questions that it asks you. And you can ask my dear friend Solar in the comments how much I despise this book. Or you can go to my YouTube channel and watch the first 2 parts of chapters 1 through 4 and see me lose my ever freaking mind. Because right now we're on chapter 5, like 5 golden rings, except for there is no rings. Instead, I would rather be hit by a caffeine truck that we have just read about. Because this book is a gaslighting mess, and I hate it, and I don't like it, and AI can't write worth the shit. So, yay. Fun. Hello. That's you what? Also want to be hit by a caffeine truck? Because that's me right now. Hello again to the new person, if I can let's use my hand to kind of, there we go. I do not know how to pronounce that. I am so sorry. But welcome aboard. We are currently reading I'm reading 1 chapter this time in this video. Usually I read 2, but because it's an odd number of chapters, there's 25 chapters, so we're reading only chapter 5 today. Yeah, no. AI can't write worth than anything. It's no. And I just saw on this side of the page a name I wish this book didn't have in there, but it does, and it creeps me out completely. Not quite what I envisioned. Laughter followed his whimsical tale, sending ripples of lightheartedness through the group. I was very proud of this pun because this book decided to add puns to this. It sounds like you had a latte fun. That I love that pun. That pun is great. I'm going to use that pun tomorrow at work. Rosa added, prompting more laughter from the gathered spirits. Heck, Solar, you might find me using that pun next time I see you. Have fun. Sparrow, bubbling with enthusiasm, gestured for the next ghost to share. Let's keep it across the board. Who's next? A timid voice piped up. Can I go? It belonged to a ghost named Margot. I don't know how it's pronounced, but we're going to go with Margot, who had been quietly observing the others with anxious glimmer in her eyes. I'm Margot. I always wanted to be an artist, but ended up teaching high school for decades. I guess you could say I fell into it? Fell into teaching or fell into your grave? Okay. I told you this book's gonna gaslight me and the whole, let's not mock the people in their ways that they died. No, that's what this whole chapter's gonna be about. Let's make fun of how people died in this book. Okay, perfect. Love it. Sparrow joked nervously, just making sure it was the right one. Oh, definitely teaching. My students always thought life skills should include how to stay awake during lectures. Now, we all know no one can stay awake through a lecture, especially if a teacher has a monotone voice and is so boring as hell. But, okay. And let's be honest, they weren't wrong. Margot laughed. Her ethereal form freaking likes the word ethereal, and I don't like the word ethereal because sometimes my tongue can't say ethereal. Form becoming a little more animated. One day, after a particularly tedious PowerPoint presentation, I decided to spice things up with a living art project in the classroom. What kind of living art? I thought I could draw them in with my energy, a little performance teaching. What kind of performance? What kind of living art? I thought I could draw them in with my energy, a little performance teaching. What kind of performance? I don't like the next sentence. Did it involve glitter? Frank joined in, eyeing Margaret with amusement. Yes, but it turns out superglue and glitter can lead to hazardous material accidents. What did you glue? Margaret chuckled, her laughter echoing in the empty room. Needless to say, I met an unfortunate end on my way to a facility meeting. Who knew art could be so dangerous? What did you glue? Who knew art used I know art can use super glue. Y'all know art can use super glue, so why is AI going? You can use super glue for art? Wow. I hate AI. AI is stupid. AI can't write a book to save its freaking life. It might become my new fire starter. Zero added, their amusement bubbling over. Maybe I should try that next time. Art meets murder? In the last chapter, we were already talking about how you were going to do an art show with all your murder things. I don't understand what you're saying. Maybe I should try that next time, but okay. Whatever. I hate this book. Just don't mix it with salmon custard. Still so gross. Clara warned with mock seriousness before diving into another ghostly narrative. Clara, you've already had your turn. Shut up. This is where I get a little... because I don't like the fact... Hi, baby. Ooh, you're so cute. Did you wake up from your nap? Because I swear to God, you better sleep tonight. Hold on, sweetums. It's okay. Guys, this is Molly. She likes to sit with me and read too. Oh, okay. Go run along. Behave though, okay? Alright. I didn't tell this book. I didn't tell AI what my name was. So this is what creeped me out because this is the name that popped up in the last chapter. What about you, Lila? My name's Lila. Just not spelled exactly like how in the book, but still a little creepy. Rosa called out, switching focus, and when the fuck did Lila get here? Because Lila ain't dead. Right now, and in the book. Me? Oh, I'm just the artist in the corner, waiting for my moment to shine. Get the fuck out. Lila said, playfully adjusting her spectral sunglasses. I was a painter who decided that life just needed more colors, but I was too dedicated to my craft to pay attention, and one day I accidentally stepped on a tin of old paint thinner while carrying a canvas. Wait, no, you were alive. What the fuck happened? You were alive in the last chapter. What? Huh? Alright. I was right on this, right? The character Lila was alive in the last chapter, right? Yes? Character Lila was not dead in the last chapter, so that means this book is fucking with me again, and I do not like it. That's one way to go downhill fast. Show us your notes from your last art critique, Frank joked. I swear to God. If Lila in this book has been dead this whole entire time, after, of course, talking to live people, basically, like, I don't like this. At least you went out vibrant. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say vibrantly, but... Clara chimed in, allowing for a light smattering of laughter. Molly, thank you. You're trying your hardest to make sure I don't flip my boat. It's okay. Your mother is not as strung out as she actually is. She's just frustrated at a stupid AI book. Okay? We're all okay. Yes, you are a beautiful little kitty. Oh, God, I hate this book. Clara chimed in, allowing for a light smattering of laughter. You won't believe me, Lila continued, her gleaming form flickering. I faded right into a mural 2 feet away from where I collapsed. Imagine the scene. My spirit was stuck in my own final piece. That was truly the art of being a wallflower. So, does that mean the art... Wait, what? I'm so freaking confused. You're so... I'm gonna lose my freaking mind, I swear to God. That's tragic, Sparrow exclaimed with feigned horror, but at least your afterlife is colorful. Not as colorful as what a burnt page is gonna freaking look like, but okay. Margaret suddenly interrupted. This just highlights how unpredictable life can be. One moment where everything's gray and the next you're an unexpected part of an interactive exhibit. Or you're just sitting here and on top of your mattress wondering why the hell did you decide to go, yes, TikTok, I would like to buy that. And then have it sit on your desk going, this is going to be really cool to read and everything, and awesome, and turn around and go, I hate the fact that I spent money on this, but okay. The ghosts followed with nods of agreement, the mood engagingly light. They began sharing more mundane aspects of their lives before they had passed. Fast food choices, awkward breakups, bad haircuts, the haunting reality of their favorite TV shows. Okay, bad haircuts, I can understand talking about bad haircuts. I can talk about bad haircuts all the time. I had several bad haircuts. A lot of bad haircuts. Awkward breakups? Having an awkward breakup would mean that you actually would be going out and doing actual social things. But, I have books to keep me company. Had I known my life would end with all that drama, I would have binge-watched until the last moment, Clara exclaimed, and laughter flooded the room once again. Me too, Sparrow piped in, feeling increasingly comfortable in the gathering. If I knew murder would be my calling card, I'd have definitely traded Netflix for therapy. You are a murderer, though. Oh, God. Okay, this book is driving me nuts because, Sparrow, you are a murderer. You are dead. You had died in chapter 1. You are a murderer who decides that they're going to murder people with butt plugs, acorns, and poison. Oh! Or at least invest in a better cape, Frank teased, sending Sparrow into a fit of giggles as they buried their face in their hands. As the laughter settled into a warm conversation, the spirits shared how they had tackled their own deaths. I don't think you tackled anything, because if that was the case, you lost that battle. Ironically finding humor in the... Sweet Mother, Jesus. Absurdly of it all. The glamour of theatrical demise faded, unveiling the mundane fears that bound them in the netherworld, leading to light-hearted anecdotes and revelations in between the giggles as they explored the oddly familiar and comically tragic elements of their past. Okay. The comfort of communion and connection began to forge new tenuous bonds, a flicker of understanding illuminated by laughter, underscoring the beauty of lives intertwined, both living and otherwise. The seance had turned into a celebration, a particular gathering of lost souls sharing not just death, but the vibrancy of life, and in that unexpected kinship, the spirits found solace anew. You guys will notice that after every chapter, it's going to sound like it's ending that chapter, but it's not. Because we still got about 3 more pages left of this chapter. But it likes to just go, yeah, we're going to make it sound like it's an ending of a like a cartoon TV show where it's like, and the heroes won the day, da-da-da-da-da-da, what will they do next? No. No, AI just makes you think that the chapter's about to end, but it's not actually about to end. Instead, it's going to go and keep repeating the same dang thing, but, gotta meet the page quotas. The comfort of communion and connection began to form, illuminated by laughter, underscoring the beauty of lives intertwined, both living and otherwise. The seance had turned into a celebration, a particular gathering of lost souls, sharing not just death, but the vibrancy of life, and in that unexpected kinship, the spirits found solace anew. As the laughter from the ghostly gathering settled into a comfortable hum, Clara's ethereal eyes sparkled with a glimmer of insight. Leaning in closer to Sparrow, she said, hearing all these ghostly tales can be uplifting. I don't know how, but okay. It makes you think about life and, the things that tie us to our earthly existence, doesn't it? Sparrow shifted nervously, feeling the weight of Clara's gaze. Oh, cool. Okay, so it is Clara who's speaking to us and not just somebody else who then the book's going to say, yeah, it's Clara the whole entire time. You think? I feel more alive now than I have in ages. Even dead. This whole entire freaking book, but okay. Despite being surrounded by death. That's just it. Are you really living, or have you trapped yourself in the confines of your own darkness? Clara pressed gently, her voice dancing along the edges of seriousness. Whoa, just because you passed on doesn't mean you get to throw deep questions at me, Sparrow laughed nervously, crossing their arms defensively. Clara chuckled softly. I'm just saying, maybe you have some unresolved issues stirring around in there, for instance, your murderous tendencies. Sparrow's laughter faded, replaced by a thoughtful frown. True, but it's all part of my charm, right? What's life without a bit of mayhem? Or what's life without understanding why you're inclined towards mayhem? Rosa chimed in, her voice imbued with genuine curiosity. Have you taken a moment to appreciate where those tendencies stem from? What? You could be making some pretty stellar artwork out of your experiences, too. Sparrow snorted a laugh. Yeah, sorrowful Sparrow, a retrospective on my murders, a real crowd pleaser. Please let's not do this. The whole give title and then subtitle thing continuously in every chapter from onward. Margot added, but it's all about reflecting on your journey. For example, I realized I stayed in my teaching job longer than I should have, out of fear of change. It kept me from expressing my artistry until it was too late. I get that. My fear kept me from being the artist I could have been, Lila said softly. Instead, did someone die outside of my bedroom? I have no idea. If you become a character in my book, that's going to be a very awkward thing. Let's not become characters of my book, please. Because then that would mean you were written really poorly by AI, and let's not have that. Okay, I get that. My fear kept me from being the artist I could have been, Lila said softly. I didn't say that, but the book did. Instead, I just became a ghost that lingered near canvases, living in unexpressed colors. Sparrow felt an unexpected pang, an unfamiliar itch of recognition. So you're saying my dilemma of the dark path of murder is actually about fear? Exactly. Fear can lead us to extreme actions. Clara encouraged. It sounds melodramatic, I know, but have you ever sat down and thought about the underlying reasons behind your artistic choices? Sparrow paused. Well, no. Who has time to brood when you're busy crafting a legend of terror? You might be surprised at what the brooding reveals, Frank chimed in, his playful demeanor shifting to one of sincerity. Sometimes all it takes is a little self-examination, just like breathing, and understanding of oneself can help. Sparrow fidgeted, staring into the swirling candlelight. I guess I usually just follow my impulses without really thinking about them. Like killing feels like an art, but maybe I'm more of a tortured painter than a monster? I don't know, I'm still going to classify you as a monster because you literally said, yeah, acorns are edible when acorns are not edible. Well, acorns are very poisonous to eat, but yeah, sure, you're not a monster. You're just a tortured painter. who kills people with butt plugs. That's quite profound, Sparrow, Clara beamed, just as the atmosphere grew weightier with contemplation. A sudden chill swept through the room. The candlelight flames flickered wildly, casting frantic shadows along the walls. A new ghost appeared, one wrapped in absurdity. Who dares to conjure the soul of Thaddeus? Sorry, not Thaddeus. There's only one T. Hello, new people. I am currently almost done with this chapter. We're reading chapter 5 today. If you would like to hear me read chapters 1 through 4, I have it on my YouTube channel. And there is a QR code in one of my videos on my TikTok page. I realized I didn't put a link down, so I'm so sorry for the ones that were spent most of the time trying to find that link to my YouTube channel. There's now a TikTok video of a QR code to my YouTube channel. Have fun. But we are currently reading chapter 5 of an AI-generated book that I am absolutely despising because AI cannot write. I thought it was going to be funny. See how far AI has actually come and fear for the writers, and I think the writers are okay because AI can't write worth a shit. Sorry for the potty mouth, but it's the truth. You can ask my friend Solar. She will tell you. Actually, anyone that's been watching the last three lives can tell you that I've lost my freaking mind reading this book out loud, or reading it period, because AI can't freaking write, and it's driving me up the freaking wall. I've lost more sanity points than I think I've ever had in my entire existence. I've also probably have just lost my voice, but you know what? That's fine too. So, yay. Where were we? Oh, that's right. I'm gonna call him Thaddeus because it's with 2D, so he's a double D problem. So Thaddeus, the voice rang out, dripping with indignation. Sparrow's heart raced at the sheer energy the newcomer exuded. Guys, I haven't had to ask Mr. A anything. I've been able to pronounce basically everything. Watch me fuck that up now. No one, Clara replied, maintaining her ethereal calm. Do we know you? You seem a bit upset. Upset, Thaddeus bellowed, his translucent figure swirling angrily. I am furious. I was murdered by this twist of fate, the infamous Sparrow. Okay, guys, this is another thing. AI likes to gaslight me. It is in here. It is written right here. Sparrow killed Thaddeus. I swear to God, if Thaddeus then changes his story going, oh no, I died because of a toothpick, I'm going to lose my mind that I've already lost. So just going to get further just down the rabbit hole. Sparrow's heart sank into her stomach. Oh no, not Thaddeus. Ah, so you do remember. Just like you remember sticking your knife into my... Wait! Sparrow interrupted. Can't we come up with something more constructive than a confrontation over our unfortunate history, perhaps a dialogue? No, I would like to know where you stabbed the knife, lady. Where did you stab this knife? Because that was a quick wait to stop that sentence. Where did you stab that knife? Where did AI decide that you were going to stab that knife? I'm going to assume very something inappropriate because it purposely made sure that there was a big old dash line and then you go, wait! So where did the knife go? I need to know. And I'm pretty sure they would like to know. Some of them, maybe not. But I know at least one other person in that in there that would like to know where that knife also went. Just saying. Rosa interjected. You're in a room full of ghosts sharing their stories. Why not just tell us yours instead of throwing shade? You know, if we can resolve this, we can all find peace. Thaddeus glowered, hovering near Sparrow, his essence radiating in an assertive chill. You think it's that easy? Oh, I have stories. Stories that will put your piddly little murderer to shame. Sparrow raised an eyebrow, regretting the earlier banter. Okay, I'll bite. Please share away. After all, you have gotten quite a reputation yourself. Fine. Thaddeus smirked across his arm. crossing his arms. I was a respectable individual, a researcher studying communication throughout the ages. I could have changed the world. He paused for effect. Then you, a little awkward wretch, had to come and ruin it with your... He paused for effect. Then you, a little awkward wretch, had to come and ruin it with your petty blade. Okay, did the petty blade go... petty blade. Okay, did the petty blade go... Sparrow stammered. Okay, yes, I admit, my research was more chaotic, but I felt drawn to the darkness of the woods. It was my expression, my form of art. It fueled me. Your art deprived me of my existence, Thaddeus shot back, eyes narrowing. You think your antics were an artistic choice? Hey, they were, but they were less a reflection of you personally and more of my skewed perspective, Sparrow protested, buoyed by an unexpected sense of clarity. Isn't that why we're all here, learning from the chaos? I am not here for any of this, but okay. The chaos, yes, I did sign up for the chaos, but I did not sign up for a poorly written AI book. I was more hoping for more of an Mad Lib kind of AI written book, but you know what? No. The gathering fell momentarily silent, ghosts exchanging glances of surprise. Thaddeus' form flickered uncertainly. Learning? What do you mean? Everything you're feeling, your anger, frustration, it can fuel your journey too, Thaddeus. What you thought was your end can guide you to unravel new beginnings. It's not just about resentment, Sparrow explained, their voice unexpectedly strong. I'm not reading this unexpectedly strong. I'm more reading this with sarcasm because that's what this book deserves. I have my own petty blade, and it is my words from my mouth, my tone in reading this. I am sorry. Thaddeus seemed to ponder this, his intensity softening, but reluctantly. So you're saying I could channel my grudge into something more productive? I mean, you can also go into murder as well, but I don't know how productive that will be, but Sparrow is an open, willing character that clearly is dead, but is not dead. Exactly. You could become a ghost mentor to those who can't move on, guiding them instead of clinging to annoyance, Clara suggested, her voice filled with encouragement. Just like each of us might find our own paths to acceptance. The atmosphere shifted, and Thaddeus's grimace morphed into consideration. Perhaps there is value in sharing and guiding. We've all been through darkness, Thaddeus, Rosa interjected softly. Embrace your journey, and who knows, your voice could inspire others just like you. As laughter started to tingle out again, the room felt lighter, filled with acceptance and a newfound humor that had been lost within the shadows. Because, if it's been found before, but, I never imagined I'd feel the urge to help others after being killed, Thaddeus reflected, his tone settling. Maybe it's time to learn from my past horrors. I mean, I wouldn't find the urge to...
Good job.
Aw, food. Okay, sister of mine. I am almost done with this chapter. What is that sound? What in the world are they doing upstairs? Okay. Are they mowing the carpet? Because if that's a vacuum cleaner, that needs to be fixed. Because, oh my god. Maybe it's time to learn from my past horrors. See, that's the spirit, Clara cheered, and as the engagement continued, the ghosts shared laughter, a light-hearted banter that filled the room with warmth once more. For Sparrow, the chaos transformed into understanding, not just about their own choices, but the collective shared experiences they all held. Even the exasperated ghost whose life they had taken, with an unexpected sense of camaraderie. I fucking hate that word. AI likes that word. I don't like that word. I don't like the word because AI likes the word, because that's what all AI uses. Sparrow found the itch for more ghostly adventures, beginning to swell. The night had shifted into something remarkable. Meeting of lost souls of an opportunity for growth that neither of them expected. It sealed their bond to the afterlife in a fanciful camaraderie. Fuck that word! See, twice it used that word. In 2 pages. Twice. AI likes the word camaraderie. It also likes some other words that it does not need to be using continuously. But you know what? Whatever, I guess. And as the evening faded, laughter lingered, drifting with the warmth of understanding. It likes to say that one too. It's always understanding this, understanding that, understanding. The camaraderie in the room, the understanding, the camaraderie, the leaving Sparrow keen for the next ghostly escapade, life or afterlife, for that matter, was full of surprises, and this was just the beginning. Yeah, you said that too in the last chapter, and the chapter before that, and the chapter before that, and the chapter before that. The only time you didn't say that was chapter 1. But you know what? It's okay, because we're now going to be, this is how far we are in the book, and we will be starting chapter 6. We'll be doing 6 and 7 in the next live. But oh my god, I freaking hate AI. AI can't write a damn thing, so I am sorry. I really do hope you guys are enjoying me reading these books. Reading them like how I would inside my head if I wasn't reading them out loud, because that is exactly how I'm doing it. Because, I don't know. My mind just goes, just with the weird thoughts of anything that pops up inside of it and all that whatnot. Again, I'm not putting on a show. This is how I actually am. You can ask my good friend Solar. My good friend Solar will vouch for me, because they have vouched for me several times, going, yeah, no, this is how she is. She's very crazy. She's something. God dang, the lawnmower upstairs. That is a horrible lawnmower. I mean, if you want to mow a yard, there's some snow that you can shovel, but okay. So with the end of chapter 5, it is not like the 5 golden rings like I was hoping for. But it also means we're one more chapter further into the book, and I cannot wait to see how it's going to end this story. Because I can't write worth in anything. Remember, I bought it, so you guys didn't have to. But if you guys would like to buy it and try it out yourselves, it is made by, it's a company called Book by Anyone. But yeah, it makes me want to have to. Woohoo! I'm still existing. But no, if you guys would like to spend your own money and get a book made by answering the questions, it is it's a company that's called Book by Anyone. It's basically you answer questions that AI gives you, and AI then writes a book based off the answers that you give. And it pops out that monstrosity. So, yeah. Again, if you guys would like, I'll be posting this live onto my YouTube as well. So if you would like to watch chapters 1 through 4, and then I guess chapters 5 back to back, you can watch it there on my YouTube channel. I do have a TikTok video of a QR code to my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys enjoy my reading, my variation of how my take on how to do an audiobook. And I'll see you guys in the next live. I don't know when that will be, because I thought I was going to do one on Sunday, but I just didn't do one on Sunday. Instead, I did one today on Monday. I got distracted by the show Stranger Things, and well, then I went to bed. That's why we didn't do one yesterday. But if you guys enjoy how I do my playground next, because you love me, okay. Again, I'm gonna have to do the poll, but so far you are been the only one that's been suggesting a book. So it will probably be Playground, and then Playground, Child or Divorce. But I will not be showing the pictures. If you want to see the pictures, you're going to have to follow it along by buying the book yourself. But I'm going to go eat now, because my sister is probably going, oh my gosh, she needs to shut the hell up and get out here and eat. So I'll see you guys in the next live. Bye.